Racing, I started when I was about 10 years old. We had a go-kart. We started go-karting around, and then from the go-karting, as I got older, we got into off-road racing, dune buggies. We were all over Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, over in Hamburg, New York. We run Bismarck Speedway. We traveled all over with it with our family. It was a family sport, and we enjoyed it. I enjoyed doing it. I like turning wrenches, and I like winning. That's part of the game of racing, is you want to go to the front.
Everybody on your feet, grab your hat, grab a blanket, a cushion, or grab your child and wave them in the air as they come by here to salute you race fans here tonight at the Humberston Speedway. Give a wave. They're waving back to you out there, ladies and gentlemen. They can see you from their cars. The four-wide salute here from our series drivers and their Humberstone local hot shoes here tonight as they salute all of the race fans here at Humberstone. Thank you all for coming out.
I used to go a lot as a kid. Saturdays, that's how we spent Saturdays. Way back in, I want to say the 50s or 60s, my uncle was into it huge.
In racing, the fondest memory, it was in the year 2010 when Greg Prenante, I was helping him with a sportsman, and we run both championships at Maryville and Humberston. It was very interesting because he's a competitive guy. We like being on the team. Every week is a challenge. If you win this week, you better be better next week, because the guy that was behind you, he's going to be on to you next week.
Still a meat and sandwich over in turn one, Jim. Maury there on the M1 looking on the outside, trying to work his way around by the 6th of Vosses. Fairway in the 53 having a good run. Mark Dixon in the 140. Still your top runner. We got a little bumping and grinding going on here.
Probably my first win at Merrittville in a mod light, I guess. Get that one underneath. Yeah, that was a long one. A couple years it took. A lot of hard work. Yeah, it was a hard one. I did a couple where I spun out with 2 to go or 1 to go leading, and it took finally got that monkey off my back, and then I think we won 6 or 7 that year.
Usually it depends. You get the guys that want to work on their cars all week long, which is, one way to do it, or you get the guys that, thrash all day Saturday or all day Sunday to race that night.
So the first number one thing is you take it and you get it clean. Cleanliness is a big thing in racing. If you want to be competitive, you're always checking the frames for cracks. You're always making a change. You're always either changing a spring or a shock or a torsion bar. If you have an engine problem, that's an issue with that also.
That's a lot of stuff that people don't see. Like, you got to come home, you got to wash the car right away. Obviously, get all the mud off the tires because you have to grind tires every week. And that's a 3-4 hour job that people don't realize. You got to put little cuts in the tires, grind them. Basically take most of the body off as this. That side's ready, but this side it gets down to this. We check every nut and bolt on the car. We go through the motor, fire it up, make sure it's not missing any. Basically just go over the whole car. Like, even if I race Friday nights and I'm going back Saturday, we do that. We get the car out 8 o'clock in the morning Saturday, wash it, bring it back in. My dad will finish work, he'll come, we'll nut and bolt the car. Then we rescale it every day, make sure it's the same that we're going to the racetrack with.
Yeah. They call it nut and bolt in the car. You go from front to back, you check all the nuts and bolts. You make sure the car is safe for the driver. You're always tuning the engine, you're always playing a little bit, you're trying different tricks, you're trying different edges, put it that way, for your competitors. So it takes a lot of time.
Johnny Beach, turn over the 7 on a fly. Ghost gets the jump.
People should go. I think it's a good family sport. It's good for a young family to come up and you see competitiveness. There's not much on TV to watch, and I think if you get a young fellow starting off, like I say, with go-kart racing, and then you either get to a dwarf car, or you go to a mini stock, and then to a street stock, and then do a sportsman or a modified. I think today's generation, they have to put their cell phones down and focus on something different, and I'm a real race car guy. I always liked it. Saturday night at Maryville or at Sunday night at Humberston, the families are together, they're having fun, the kids are laughing. Everybody likes to see a demolition derby, but that's not what we're there for. But the kids like it, and if it brings them there, so be it. And I said, I think it's really good for a family to get involved in it.
Same price, cheaper than a movie for 3-4 hours entertainment. So, and it gets your kids out, and you can come over to the pits after. A lot of people don't know that. You can come right over after the races, get in all the cars. All you got to do is walk up and ask. So,
if you want to check it out, it's usually Sundays at around 6 o'clock. Times vary different year to year, and depending on if kids are in school or not. I mean, check out their website. Look up Bobby Davidson on Facebook. Talk to any of the guys and come out on Sundays and hang out and watch them race.
The autograph nights they're fun. See people lined up, and it's just kind of like a local fun racing. But some of us are heroes towards kids like that, and they go out and they want to see their drivers because they see them on TV and they have it in their head that maybe we'll make it there one day. But